Hello everyone, this is my intro. I hope you like it because it's all I could come up with. This is Hack the Dino's Gaming Cast, the gaming cast by Hack the Dino. I am 1/3 of Hack the Dino, the other 2/3 couldn't be here. They're eating pizza in space.
They're still on their trip.
They're still on, well, the pizza's that good out in space.
Man, it's been a whole week.
It's not known, but joining me once again to fill into the void that's left by the black hole that is Floppy, and the general hole, that's awful. I'm sorry, Anto. Anto's with Floppy. They're having space pizza, so I've got Mr. A-Game back to join us.
Hello.
Here on Hack the Dino, where we're going to talk about some video games. We're going to talk about DeMasters.
Oh, yeah.
Are you a big fan of DeMasters?
I love DeMakes so much.
DeMakes?
Yeah.
Did I say
You
DeMasters?
said DeMasters.
What's a DeMaster?
It's like getting The Last of Us Part 1 that was just released on PS5 and then saying, you know what? Let's just make the PS4 version available on PS Plus anyway for a laugh.
You know what I reckon it is? I reckon a DeMaster is someone you might see on a very adult website.
Ben, this is a family show.
It's not. It's really not.
That's what I was told.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm kidding.
someone lied to you.
Yeah.
Probably that DeMaster. Jazz is here as well, controlling all the keys. Jazz, what do you think of DeMasters?
I just got it. Just clicked.
Again, I don't think about it.
You don't think about DeMasters?
No,
What's your favourite demastering?
I have no idea. What is it?
A demaster?
Yeah,
Well, it's someone who's a master of D.
okay.
Deadlifts I'm talking about. The master of the deadlifts.
Ah.
Big old quads. Big throbbing quads that just pulsate everywhere with blood.
I actually did deadlifts last night at the gym, hey.
So you're the D-master?
I am. Oh my
Jazz.
gosh. Saw
swole.
quads and butt today.
That's right. Jazz is the D-master in this household. You want to check out her quads? You can't. I said can't there.
I'm just visiting.
Mr. A-Game, what do you do when you're not visiting the house of the D-master?
Dear. I make YouTube videos
Oh, good.
that are family friendly. have a rating kind of like at the Home Alone level of violence and
Yeah.
I
I like the way
crudity.
Home Alone level of violence. That is one horribly... he steps on a nail.
Oh yeah, that's painful.
That is awful.
Yeah, that's a painful part.
And then half his head gets blown off with a flamethrower.
That bit's hilarious.
He gets major concussions by having paint cans thrown at his face and then
so
lands
good.
down the stairs.
So good. And then Home Alone 2, when he falls down the hole and then I was like, wow, what a hole. That's like my favourite line.
Really?
The hole is just so stupid.
Have you used that in any of your videos?
Absolutely.
Really?
When Link goes down a hole,
Yep.
and it's like, wow, what a hole.
If you could use any, like, if you constantly on the lookout for like little memes that you can sort of clip and put in shows.
A lot of the time it's just thinking of childhood movies or
Cool.
The Office or just any TV show that I've watched recently.
Right.
Or current movies as well if I have time to watch movies.
What shows are you watching recently?
We watched Only Murders in the Building.
Oh, I haven't heard of that one.
It's on Disney Plus.
Okay.
It's got Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez.
The triple threat.
They start a podcast about a murder that occurs in the building, and they try and solve it.
Didn't they get an award for that show?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, I saw them being interviewed on, I don't know if I was going to say Letterman, but they had 3 of them.
Yeah, it's
good.
It's very fun.
But isn't Martin Short dead? Oh no, sorry,
No.
that's just his career. Sorry, my mistake.
No,
My mistake.
but it's from a Steve Martin idea. Like it was just they were. It was about old people that wanted to solve murders, but they didn't want to go outside. Mm-hmm. So
Yeah, it's if you've got Disney Plus, it's a good show.
It's random.
It's a good binge.
It's a good binge.
Yeah.
Do you know what else is a good show?
What?
Cobra Kai.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, Mr.
Well,
A-Game.
I don't know what's it about. I have no idea.
Okay, so you've seen the original Karate Kid, right?
No,
You've not seen the original Karate Kid.
I wasn't allowed to.
Oh man,
I was a very sheltered child.
I think you need to watch Karate Kid.
The original, not
the
the
original.
new one?
So watch the original one. It's full of 80s nostalgia. It's
Okay.
very good. It's a very good time.
Yep.
Basically, the basic premise of Karate Kid.
Karate Kid.
Yeah, it's a kid who moves to a town, gets bullied, takes up karate. His
Bully
bully
Sam.
also does karate as part of an evil dojo.
Oh.
And he's with a wise old karate master.
The good one.
Yep, who teaches him. He's the only one he teaches. They form a bond. He somehow miraculously goes through all the rounds in the tournament and faces off against the bully at the end.
Oh, that's a good movie.
He wins.
Oh, now I need to watch it.
No, but where Cobra Kai picks up is from the bully's point of view. 30 years later, where they're still living in the same town together. He's a washed-up drunk who has no hope, no future. And the good guy, Daniel LaRusso, is like a successful car salesman.
Yep.
And it's like a character study, at least the first season is, a character study on Johnny, who was the bad guy, trying to pull his life together. And the only time he actually felt like he was succeeding was when he was training karate under Cobra Kai, which obviously disbanded after they were ashamed. So he starts Cobra Kai back up and starts training one of his neighbors. And then Daniel, who's the good guy from the first one, goes, well, Cobra Kai's evil. I'm not going to let you start that up again. And they start this whole grudge thing.
Again.
And it's like karate soap opera. And of course, me doing karate and loved it as a kid and still do it now, I was all up for it. I was all around it.
That actually sounds really cool.
It is. It is very kid-friendly as well.
Yeah.
I made my daughter watch it.
Nice.
When she was still training.
A lot of my moderators mentioned Cobra Kai. They were like, oh my gosh, new season dropped or something?
Yeah,
Or
it came
finale
out
or
today.
something?
Yeah, new season came out today.
Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah.
Has Dr. Britt Baker in it, who's a very successful wrestler and a dentist. She's a professional wrestler and a dentist. Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah. But we are going to talk about things such as D-Master. Now, Jazz, with the D-Master,
Sorry.
what...
Yes.
We'll get started. We'll be here for you like a really rubbish song from the 90s. Matches a really rubbish TV show.
Rude.
Isn't that right, Jazz?
Rude.
Yeah, that is a really rubbish show.
It is.
Not.
Yeah.
Tell me, Mr. Agan, what do you hate about that rubbish show?
It's just...
Is it the way that there's no way those 20-somethings could afford a high-rise in Manhattan?
Absolutely, and it's just aged.
Yeah.
It's just...
Does it have anything to do with the fact that there's no cultural diversity in it at all?
exactly. Yeah,
No?
there's nothing.
What about the fact that it's not funny?
Yeah.
Jazz, what are your thoughts?
I love it.
I probably shouldn't be
I
ripping
still
into
love
the
it.
person controlling the show.
Yeah, you know when I had COVID, I lost my sense of taste, so I started
Watching Friends? Anyway, we've got people we'd like to thank for making this show possible. That's right. If you have money, you can throw it our way. We catch it in our mouths like those clowns at the Royal Adelaide Show. You can head on over to hackthedino.com, click on the Patreon thing, and support us for as little as $1 a month. But if you want to throw a little bit more money our way, you can become a thanking Patreon, where we thank you for your patronage. So thank you, Ash Knight, Karen Knight, Dylan the Villain, Triple Indy, Mike Towns, and Gameboy Dad. If you would like to head on over to hackthedino.com, you can not only support us on Patreon, but you can share it with other people. You can share our YouTube channel at youtube.com/hackthedino, or our Twitch at twitch.tv/hackthedino, or whatever you want to share of us. Like anything you can do to share our words with others is good and won't kill them.
Will my grandma like this show?
Your grandma will love this show because Floppy's very old. So,
Okay.
target demographic. I'm going to be in trouble for that one.
Oh dear.
I'm glad it doesn't make it to the podcast. Or it might make it to the podcast.
Yeah,
Who knows? Who knows? Now, Mr. A-Game,
Yeah, hello.
you're a fan of video game consoles.
Yes.
That's what you do over on youtube.com
I like
/
them.
Mr. A-Game.
I play video games.
You play the old video game.
Yep.
Have you ever heard of an Evercade?
Nah.
You
Wait.
haven't?
Yes.
Yes. What do you know about an Evercade?
don't.
Oh, okay.
But I do. I've heard the name. I don't know what they are. All right.
Well, you're
what's
about
this? What
to
are we looking
find
at?
out now.
Let's see.
Evercade have announced a while back their EXP retro handheld console.
It's a bus stop.
Blaze Entertainment announced the Evercade EXP, the next iteration of its retro handheld that plays cartridges loaded with classic games. Now, these are all licensed
Ooh,
games.
Okay.
Now, you won't even need to get a cartridge for this new EXP handheld console that's coming out, because they have struck a deal with Capcom to offer 18 built-in classic
So it's
Capcom
legit.
games. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
So you can get on this. Are you ready?
Okay, here we go.
Mega Man, Mega Man 2, Mega Man X, Breath of Fire, 1942, 1943, 1944, The Loop Master, Bionic Commando, Captain Commando, Commando, Final Fight, Forgotten Worlds, Ghouls and Ghosts, Legendary Wings, Mercs, Street Fighter 2, Hyper Fighting, Strider, and Vulgus. Now, I don't know what a Vulgus is, but I wasn't in class that day, so maybe they explained it then.
Oh dear.
The Evercade EXP's Tate mode allows players to turn the handheld and play with the vertical operation, which of course comes in with 1942, which is a vertical
The
game.
up one.
Yeah, the up one.
The up one.
Which was also talked about in that class I missed, but that's okay.
Very cool.
The Evercade EXP's limited edition all-black handheld went up for pre-order in June, but sold out fairly quickly. However, a white standard edition will be available to pre-order this month for $150 US, and I really like that. The fact that they sold out of their initial run.
Make another one.
Make another one, but make it a different color.
Yeah.
So the ones that originally sold out, they'll be worth more.
Yeah.
They have a higher value because they were the number one things to get, baby.
Did you get one?
No, of course not. You have to have like money. I don't have any money. It's all tied up in the old joke that I can't make at the moment. Okay. But you know what's not a joke? Game developers, especially independent game developers. Are you a fan of game developers, Mr. A Game?
Yes.
Oh, controversial opinion. You heard it here first on Hack the Dino. Do you play much indie games on your channel? Are you
Not
sticking
really.
with the triple A's?
Occasionally. We played Oh Dear.
Oh dear.
Have you seen that before?
I've not. What's oh dear?
It's basically like a playground sandbox world, but you're a deer, and it's like Goat Simulator, and then you...
Sounds delightful.
It's hilarious. That's fun. Unpacking.
Yes,
That's
Unpacking's brilliant.
Great game.
My daughter, when she still played video games. Yeah, I'm not bitter about it at all.
Yeah.
She was obsessed with Unpacking.
Yeah. Oh, also Right.
Yes, Right.
Right's a great
Right,
game.
Right just came out on the Switch.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Come out on the Switch.
Yeah.
I've got it on the PC.
Yeah.
But-
Adelaide Dev, Daniel Freer, friend of the show. I actually worked with Dan years ago.
Yeah.
I got to play test that game before it was
Great.
released.
That's cool.
That was the first. He came to the roastery and brought his computer and said, "Here you go, play it." And I played it. It was
Yeah.
wonderful game.
That's
We
good.
talked about Right a while ago. Yeah, everyone should play it.
yeah, it's a great game.
Yeah.
Yep.
But another thing that devs do is they make DeMakes. Are you familiar with a DeMake?
No.
So we all know
this?
what a remake is, correct?
I didn't say it right. This ain't right at all. Sure. Okay.
We know a remake is when a company remakes a game that was once previously popular.
Yep. Who's excited for Wind Waker and Twilight Princess?
Oh, yeah, 'cause I'm
on the
sure that's
Switch
coming out.
all over again.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Go on.
Nintendo have said that they don't actually do that. Not twice in a row.
I don't want them to do it again.
No, they probably shouldn't. But
It's
anyway.
been 3 years. They should remake another game in like the Link's Awakening style.
They should.
That would be the logical thing to do.
But they probably won't.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've compiled a list of the 10 best demakes, which are 3 sort of AAA games, but demade into some of the lower end systems. So the first one we have is Elden Ring. We all know of Elden Ring, but for the Game Boy.
Woo!
So this runs on real retro hardware, including all Game Boy consoles as well as emulators. You can play it in your browser, though other methods are recommended to allow for saving, better colors, and higher accuracy.
Wait, hold on. These are real?
Yes, these are all real.
Oh, I thought this was a joke.
No, all these games you can play.
Okay, sorry. Go on. This is sick.
So you can actually play these on consoles, or you can play it in your browser, or download it to your PC.
Oh
so
my
this is
goodness.
Elden Ring for the Game Boy.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
All right, I love this segment now. I thought this was just having a laugh, but no, this is going to be... Okay, go on. Let's do it.
So you can explore all the Precipe of Anticipation. The Northern Limgrave. I've not played Elden Ring. But basically, the whole game's there.
That's cool.
And it looks kind of like Link to the Past, I guess.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, great game. I would have the link to it, but I don't. Anyway, do you want to talk about the second one there, Mr. Agan?
Sure. Horizon Zero Dawn on the PS1. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Everything was modeled, textured, and rendered by Zeonif in Blender.
So this is a Blender, Jazz Blender.
Yeah.
How would you describe Blender as a program?
It's free.
Cool.
So that's a first win for people that want to use it. But it's good 3D software. Like you can do modeling, you can do animation in it. There's other things that I don't know about that you can do with it as well.
So
It's just very well loved.
So
at
this is
my
more
work.
of just like a concept, not an actual...
yeah, I don't think this one is
Yeah.
actually a
Yeah,
game.
it'll
I
probably
think
play the same, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Horizon.
Blender's super good in terms of user friendliness and
Yeah.
things like easier than Maya, because a lot of people will. Maya, I've been told, is like a series of bugs that generates a result, and I've never heard anyone say anything really bad about Blender.
So we can see here on the screen for the podcast listeners a very, very PlayStation 1 era
Very Lara Croft.
version of Horizon Zero Dawn. This looks really cool. It was only about 30 seconds, but, just hit you right in the nostalgia organ. Where is the nostalgia organ? Just above the nose? Yeah, that's where it is.
I'd say it's more here.
Really?
Yeah, it hits you where it hurts. Your sternum.
The sternum.
Yeah.
That's a good place to keep an organ. The sternum.
Yep, right on it.
Next up. Oh, I love this. I love this so much. Metal Gear Solid Advance by Ian Ratcliffe. So, Ian wanted to make a Metal Gear Solid game, but in the Pokemon style.
Yes, that's cool.
So we can see on the screen here a very much DS version of Pokemon, but with Solid Snake creeping around. I've forgotten the name of where he goes in the first game. That's awful of me. Shadow Moses? Yeah, that's the name. You ever played any of the Metal Gears?
No, I haven't. Oh, wait, I played Phantom Pain.
Oh, what'd you think of Phantom Pain?
That was fun.
Yeah?
I like when you're just running and you can hear the wind
Yeah.
through your ears, and then you can just dive and there's a box there, and you're like, oh, cool, done.
Michael Towns just corrected me, Shadow Moses, of course, and then called me a fake fan, which is, it's very fair. No, I'm very sorry. But I want to play this game.
Yeah, this looks good.
So hopefully Ian Ratcliffe decides to make the whole game. I will play this because
It's just a few levels, I'm guessing.
I don't even think it's even that. I think it's just a proof of concept.
Okay.
But yeah, I would love to play this. Give this to Kojima. Because, incidentally, I listened to Kojima's podcast today. Did you know he's brought out a podcast?
Speaking English?
He doesn't.
Translator?
There's a translator
Okay,
over the top
cool.
of it.
Yeah. Right.
Guess who his co-host is?
Oh, no.
It's a robot. It's like a Cortana robot. If that's not the most Kojima
That's
thing
funny.
ever.
Typical.
Anyway, what's the next DeMake we've got there?
Soundless Mountain 2. Oh, Silent Hill 2, but it's called Soundless Mountain 2.
Yeah, it's great.
Relive everything from one of the most popular horror games for PlayStation 2, only this time with the graphics and gameplay of a Super Nintendo title. The game starts exactly like it does in the original, with your protagonist in the bathroom next to the highway, just about to enter Silent Hill. In brackets, Soundless Mountain.
It's Soundless Mountain.
Sorry.
Jeff Nintendo, just calm down.
That's it.
Soundless Mountain.
The difference is that this time, instead of playing the entire story, the game will suddenly stop in the middle. Why?
Probably because I haven't made it.
Oh, right. Cool. The gameplay is as simple as you might expect. From the arrow keys, move your character from side to side. One button lets you interact with everything in the setting and attack. Other button changes weapons. And third button accesses your inventory.
Now, are you a bit of a horror game fan at all? No, you can't do it?
Nah, I'm out. Like, I played The Last of Us.
Yep, that's not really horror though.
Yeah, that's more the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like there's scary parts. That's my limit.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can't do Resident Evils.
No?
Nah, can't do it.
You ever heard Floppy's story about Resident Evil in VR?
Oh, poor guy. Is he alright? Is his pants alright?
So, long-time listeners to Hack The Dino have heard this story, but it's so good I'm going to repeat it again. So Floppy one night put his kids to bed and was playing Resident Evil 7 in VR, which is very immersive. Little did he know, his daughter woke up.
Oh no.
And his daughter came down and could see Daddy moving around, so she went up and just touched him on the leg.
Oh no. That would have.
He soiled himself. That didn't make a noise either. Just went up and went, Dad. You got this little kid's voice. Oh, man. I'd wish I'd been there for that. That would have been hilarious. Speaking of hilarious, No Man's Sky. Did you ever get into No Man's Sky?
I bought it when it came out.
Same.
And now it's really good, and I feel cheated.
Really?
I haven't gone back to it.
You haven't got... Well, I tried to go back to it with one of the updates. Now it looks fantastic. However, what looks more fantastic is this DeMake called Low Mem Sky.
Mem. That's great.
This is by Paul Nichols of liquiddream.co.uk. It's made in Pico 8 for the DeMake Jam 2018, where it took out third place.
Oh, you can play it in a browser.
You can. So it's No Man's Sky, but in like I'd say 8-bit, 8-bit, 4. It's a couple of bits. It's a bit cool. Same principle. Battery sim. Go around, click things, go elsewhere, do other stuff. But yeah, I like the fact that you can play it in your browser, and it basically keeps the same premise of the game.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, you were talking about Last of Us.
Last of Us.
Yeah.
Last of Us Part 1 for the PS1. That's cool. Reimagines Naughty Dog's classic as a Metal Gear Solid style top-down stealth game.
Yeah.
Rustic Games. What's BR mean?
Rustic Games BR is just the name of the company.
That's the name of the company. Yeah. Based on the museum scene towards the beginning of the game, the DeMakes sees heavily polygonal versions of Joel and Ellie trying to stay out of sight using a vision-based mini-map in the top corner to navigate around unfriendly NPCs. Oh, look at Ellie there. Very PlayStation.
Look at those textures.
Yeah.
Oh, man. See, seeing stuff like this, like in the 90s, I was younger than I am now, but older than what you were back then. This stuff just instantly takes me back.
Yeah.
Like, these were my teenage years, and I just spent so long playing games that looked like this, and to see modern games reimagined by people who I'm assuming are of a similar age to me is just amazing. Oh,
that's cool.
now what scared you most about Last of Us when you were playing it?
Oh, the big guys, the
big
bloaters.
Yep.
Bloaters.
Yep.
Oh, and in part 1, where Joel gets injured and you have to play as Ellie, and there's the psychopath guy.
Yep.
That was scary.
Yep. Yeah, you have to go scavenging.
Yep.
I see. That's the most unrealistic part of that game for me. The fact that Joel recovers from that because
like
he gets impaled.
Yeah, you'd be out for a few years.
Well, I mean, if the infection doesn't get you first, because it's not exactly a sterile environment.
Yeah, you can't go see a doctor.
And that's the one thing I think is unrealistic about The Last of Us, a zombie virus, pollen virus, taking out everyone. Last of Us, where Joel's the actual villain. Think about it. He is.
Give me a minute. You keep going. I'll think about that.
Yeah, think about it. Think about that ending. No spoilers, but think about that ending. Joel's the villain.
Yeah, humanity.
And then, of course, Last of Us Part 2, the best golf game you can buy.
Yeah.
You'll be saying 4 when this one hits you, Joel.
How do you feel about the remake? Just out of curiosity.
I've not played it, not seen it. From my understanding, it was done because Naughty Dog had time on their hands before their next project. And they obviously have a new TV show coming out with Pedro Pascal. And they thought, well, why not? Like, why not have The Last of Us at a similar, if not same graphic level as Last of Us Part 2? So people who watch the TV show may go and pick up Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2 as well.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, it's their IP. They can do what they want. If you don't want it, don't buy it.
Yeah.
It's real easy. Real easy.
Yeah.
You know what else is not easy? A game called Disco Elysium. Especially not when you play it on a Game Boy. Nice. So this is by Colin Brown and is, again, a demake, a retro version of the classic game, Disco Elysium. You can play in your browser. Now, I don't know if you know much about this game.
No.
I've not played it.
Me either.
But it's a bit old, risque, old drugs and stuff.
Okay. I'm just thinking, if it's a disco game, shouldn't there be more colour?
Well, you know, you're playing on a Game Boy game. This was made in GB Studio, according to Michael Towns of Game Boy Games, who is also a game dev who does this sort of thing.
Okay.
And apparently he knows the dev who made this, so he knows Colin Brandon. That's pretty cool. I'm glad that I given him a shout out for his cool game. But yeah, a big fan of more Game Boy games, please. I like Game Boy games. I don't have much else to say because I haven't played this. But the next game I did play a fair bit of in its original form. And what is that game, Mr. Ago?
Pixel Force Halo. Eric Ruth Games. You play it in the browser. This exists. It's real.
Yep.
Despite the name and the Halo-like graphics you would expect from the title, the gameplay is much more like that of the classics, like the 1987 hit Contra.
Yeah.
Than that of Halo itself, which is totally acceptable considering the game's retro style. That looks sick.
Yeah. It is... did we just skip forward a little bit, Jazz? Just so we can see some of the footage.
Some gameplay.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a Contra side-style shooter.
That's nice.
Yeah, looks great. Like big. One thing I really like about retro games when they do them well, especially the 16-bit one, is when they have almost chibi-like characters, and you can see expressions on their face. And even though Master Chief doesn't have expressions on his face because obviously he's wearing his helmet, this game is great.
Yeah, hit animations and stuff as well.
Yeah. It's just amazing what these devs can do, and like they do this for fun. It's like I'm really admire, and Jazz will know what I'm talking about, like professional artists and even, semi-professional artists who go, oh, I'm just doing a warm-up sketch. Yeah. And they sketch, and it's like this amazing Green Goblin that they've drawn. And you think, it took me 10 minutes. So, are you kidding me?
They do that stuff to get to the good stuff.
Yeah, like Yoji Shikinawa, who does the Metal Gear stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you have ever seen what he does, but he was at a convention a couple of years back where he did a live painting. His artwork is wonderful. And he's sitting there and he's just painting these stripes on this canvas, just completely freestyle, painting, goes, oh, yep, takes the canvas up, turns it around, and it's Solid Snake. Oh. Like a portrait of... He painted it upside down from memory. And he's just there going, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah.
It's when you're too good.
That's just a party trick. I like it when you... Like, I went to CTN in LA a few years ago, and they had different artists doing a mural. Like, they just put paper on the wall, and they're just some of the best artists that just do these insane drawings.
Talented people.
Like Mr. Squiggle.
Yeah, exactly. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Mr. Squiggle.
I liked Blackboard because he was a grumpy old man. It explains a lot about me.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it? My turn? Your turn? Your turn?
No, I just did Halo.
Okay, so I'll do Super Smash Land.
I want to say it.
Okay, go for it.
Cool. Super Smash Land.
And that's it for Hack the Dino.
It's a free-to-play PC game that is designed to look and feel like it is being played on the original Nintendo Game Boy.
Look at this.
Look at that.
I know.
That's
Wait for it. Some actual gameplay comes up soon, Mr. A Game. I think you'll love it.
Oh. Art Attack. Yes.
So simplify the experience while keeping the characters and features you are used to, along with his own creative decisions that he's included to make sure that the game plays well. Nice. You can play this in your browser as well. You can download it and play it on your PC. I originally picked this because I thought Anto was going to be on the show, and I thought he would be really excited about this. Of course, Anto's offering his space adventure still, so he's not here. But as soon as Anto gets back, I will be showing him this game and asking him to... Oh, that's awful. Maybe stream it. Because Smash Brothers, who doesn't like Smash Brothers?
Smash is great.
How good are you at Smash?
I'm okay to beat everyone I know, but I'm not good enough to play competitively.
Right.
I'm
okay.
At that in between phase.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just rubbish, so it's good.
Who do you play as?
Link.
You're a Link guy?
I'm a Link guy.
Young Link? Young Link? No, just
modern Ocarina Link.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
When I used to play it a lot, I got really, really good in Melee. Mm-hmm. Melee is the best Smash game?
It's fine.
It's fine?
Look, competitively, great. But also, Ultimate's good. Like, I know that online is nowhere near as good as what modders can do.
Yeah.
But for the game itself, I think it's fine.
Yeah. There's
nothing wrong with it.
I don't know. I wanted to play as Solid Snake, but he's too floaty for me. I need a more grounded person. Mm-hmm. And if you play as Kirby, you're a cheat. Or is that Jigglypuff?
No, Kirby.
Kirby?
Kirby's just all round an easy character to...
Yeah, Kershaw Sakurai.
Yeah.
What do you know? All right, last game. Last game of my top 10 D-Makes. Prime 2D or Metroid Prime. Now, you can't actually play this to the best of my knowledge. It's by Team SCU. This one, of course, got a lot of attention. And then a certain game company sent them a cease and desist. And then a couple of months later, the remake of Metroid 2 was released. So...
That makes sense.
Probably quite rightly. Mm-hmm. It preserves several of the original game's most beloved mechanics, like the scan visor, while fitting its structure into the classic Metroidvania mold. This really was a beautiful game. Beautiful remake / D... Well, I don't know if it is a D-make, actually, because the original Metroid 2 was on Game Boy. So if you're playing in a Super Nintendo type fashion, that's actually probably upmake.
Well, are the primes supposed to be?
Oh, good point.
Are the primes supposed to be the original ones?
Good point.
In 3D or not?
No, that's a very good. I said prime, didn't I? Yes, there we go. See, I was getting my wires crossed because I'm old. Yes, very, very good. It's a DeMake of the Prime games because it's taking place. Can we maybe skip forward to some gameplay, please, Jess?
Nothing's happening. It's not very exciting, yet, is it?
But yeah, yep, you found another Titan stream. There we are, and we can see. I can see why a certain game company, Jeff Nintendo, asked them to.
That looks legit.
Not do that. Did you play Metroid Dread?
Oh, I loved Metroid Dread.
I bought it last year at Christmas time. I thought
good.
This is going to be my Christmas game. Oh, really?
Yeah, it's so good.
I haven't played it yet.
You haven't played it?
No, it's in that drawer right there.
It's really good.
Yeah? Yeah, I'm going to have to. Floppy.
You haven't played it.
I know. Floppy's on me about it. Floppy doesn't finish games, but Floppy finished this game.
Oh, yeah.
He loved it.
It's a really good game.
Especially, they brought out Super Baby Mode, and that's kind of got me really interested. Because I'm all for Baby Mode. Like, give me a game I can just sit there and go, oh, yeah, sweet, and then not have to...
Yeah, that was my first Metroid game, Metroid Dread.
Oh, really?
Yep, never played the Primes. So
Ooh. My first Metroid game was Metroid 1.
They're still making Metroid Prime 4.
I
forgot about it. it's still
Again.
coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I should probably play 1 to 3.
Well, I mean, that was one of the rumors for this Nintendo Direct, remember?
No, we've heard it all before.
Yeah. It's, I saw a tweet. Do you know Brian Altano?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
He sent out a tweet a while ago on the anniversary of when they announced all the games coming for the Switch, and Metroid Prime 4 got announced. And he had that photo there and he goes, oh, happy 5th anniversary to this GIF.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian Altano. What a wonderful person. But that's it. That's our top 10 demakes of the current world as it stands here in the world that you're on as well.
Send that to Watch Mojo. They love their top 10s.
I should send it to Watch Mojo if I didn't rip off their list already.
Nah, that's cool.
I didn't, of course.
Exactly.
And this is well researched. And if there's one thing I do, it's research.
I don't know if they do.
So, Mr. A-Game.
Yeah, hello.
I play a little game around this time.
Okay.
Well, actually, we've got a
game.
bit more time because usually we've got, Mr. Chatterbox sort of just talking all the time. So it's got a little game I like to call You're Ready for Quiz.
You're ready for quiz? We're not doing the free games and deals?
No, because I didn't do them.
Okay, never mind. There's no free games.
There's no free games or deals. No deals this time.
Nothing. Not so for you.
No deals. Do it. No, don't.
Come back 1 year.
I have a series of questions. Usually 4, but we've got a bit of time on our hands. So I might actually say a couple more questions from shows past. And if you can answer them correctly, you get a point. Now, everyone who plays stays on the scoreboard.
Cool. All right.
So it's sort of an incentive to get people to come back more so they're not embarrassed by their low score.
Yeah, all right, cool.
So I will ask a question, some by me, some by some of our high-end Patreons who support us over at patreon.com/Hack The Dino.
Floppy's winning.
He's killing it.
Yeah.
4 multiple choice questions, 4 choices for each question. Let me read out all the options, then yell out your name, and I will go to you. Jazz, you're in this as well.
I'm not doing very well so far.
So we yell our name.
It's pretty poor.
You've only been on 1 show this year.
I don't know. I think I've been on 2.
So far we have Ben S from the Toy Power podcast. He's on 1.
Yep.
Trent and Jazz are both on 2. Trent's from the
Trent.
Toy Power podcast as well.
Oh, cool.
Braden, who's been on 2 shows this year, is on 5. Anto's on 25 and Floppy is on 26.
You don't participate?
No, I'm the question master.
So you don't ask others to make the questions?
No, of course not. Why would I do that?
Okay.
All right, we ready? So bearing in mind when I wrote these questions, I didn't know Anto was unavailable. So I tried to make it fair. I tried to make it unbiased. I tried to make the questions all-encompassing that everyone has a fair chance of answering.
Sure.
So question 1. How many YouTube subscribers does Mr. A-Game have? Is it A, 151,000, B, 201,000, C, 251,000, or D, WWE 2K20?
C.
You have to yell out your names.
Jazz.
Jazz?
C.
Yeah!
Jacob.
What did you say, Jay?
I said Jacob.
Oh, so
That's my actual name.
No,
I have a real name.
Oh. I'm going to give it to both of you.
That's a...
No.
Okay.
Because I thought you said J. I
said
thought,
Jacob.
there is no J.
Yeah, I know. Did you actually know my real name?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just checking.
But I was, trying to keep up the facade that Mr. A Game's your actual name.
No, people know my name. They don't know my last name.
Oh, it's After Effects.
Yep.
Jacob After Effects is here, everyone. Nice to have you here, Jacob After Effects.
No worries. Great to be here.
I really enjoyed...
The Adobe subscription model that I've...
I enjoyed your flying toasters.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of them. Do you remember the flying toasters? Or are you too young for that?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think I've seen them.
Floppy, last show. Floppy got a haul of old PC games, big boxes.
Oh, man.
And one of them was After Effects and it had the flying toasters on it. It was great.
Putt Goes to the Moon in there?
Probably?
Oh, man.
I don't know.
I love
He got a
Putt
whole
Goes to the
bunch of
Moon.
them. They were really cool.
All right.
Okay, this next question is from Patreon supporter Dylan the Villain.
Woo, Dylan.
And Dylan asks, when did support for the Famicom end in Japan? Was it A, 1999, B, 2001, C, 2003, or D, 2005?
Jacob.
Yes, Mr. After Darks.
I'm going to say B.
B, 2001?
Yep.
Incorrect. Jazz, do you want a free swing?
No.
Well, you might as well. That's not the answer.
Nah.
You've got a 1 in 3 chance. You've got a 3.3 recurring chance of getting it right. So is it A, 1999, C, 2003, or D, 2005?
D.
2005? Incorrect. It was 2003.
The middle
Fantastic.
So, that's
Still, for the Famicom.
Yeah, for the Famicom.
Not the Super Famicom.
No.
Famicom.
I don't know if you can see Mr. A Game, but we've got a poll going on the live
see.
chat right now.
You just need to know what a
that's
Famicom
cool.
is.
What's
as
Mr.
well.
A Game's full name? Is it
Anton
Mr. Anton Floppy, Mr. R Game, or Mr. A Game?
I'll change to Mr. R game for Halloween.
Okay, sounds good.
And then I'll play
Vote.
Luigi's Mansion.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
No, you should play Last of Us.
Nah, the viewers. Think of the kids.
Oh,
Family friendly.
they got to learn sometime.
Yeah, when they're
That
at
there's-
an appropriate age.
Giant spore
Not from
monsters
Mr. A game.
out to kill you. Okay, here we go. What was the last game released outside of Japan for the GameCube? Was it A, Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, which of course came out on the Wii? Was it B, Madden 2008? Was it C, Surf's Up? Or was it D, Ratatouille?
Jacob.
Yes, Mr. After Effects.
I think it's either Twilight Princess or Madden, because I know Twilight Princess is the last game Nintendo did for the GameCube, but I don't know if it's the last game.
Michael Towns in the chat said Just
Just
Dance 2022.
with the DK bongo drums.
No, there was a dance pad on the GameCube.
Oh yeah, Dance Dance Revolution.
I've got
yeah.
it. No, it was a Mario one. Yeah.
It's a great game. I'm going to say Twilight Princess.
Incorrect. Jazz?
Was it A?
No, that's one
was
that
Twilight Princess,
Mr. A Game
yeah.
said. So B, Madden 2008. Wink. C, Surf's Up, or D, Ratatouille?
Well, I feel like I've just been told it's B.
Correct!
Well done.
Wow, well done. Good,
Well
good game knowledge there, Jazz. I'll give you another
Thanks.
tick on the old Barbie. That's 4 you're on now.
Well done.
Tick on the old
You're
Barbie.
nearly third.
Yay!
Okay. This one is from Patreon supporter Michael Towns from
Woo,
Game Boy
Michael.
Games. Which of the following Nintendo titles was developed in just 13 months? Was it A, Super Smash Bros. Melee? Was it B, Majora's Mask? C, Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire? Or D, Breath of the Wild 2? 13 months. He wants to have a crack.
Oh, Majora's Mask was...
Jazz.
Jazz?
I say D.
D, Breath of the Wild 2?
Yeah.
The sequel to Breath of the Wild that's yet to come out and's been delayed twice already? That's your answer?
Oh, yes.
You sure that's your answer?
Okay, no, it's not.
Okay. Which one would you like to answer?
A. Is it A?
Smash Brothers Melee?
Yeah.
Correct!
Really?
Oh, really?
Yes!
Oh,
13 months.
Majora's Mask.
12 months.
Wow.
Red herring.
Melee
Wow.
was
13 months. Can you believe that?
Melee, the best one.
Yeah, 13 months. Sakurai's a
How did
machine.
they do that in 13 months?
I have no
What a
idea.
man.
My God.
I have no idea.
Respect.
Overtime.
Do you want to keep playing for a couple more questions?
Yeah, I'll give it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll find another one that I actually have the answer to. In Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, which Mario character, which Marvel character would you unlock once you achieved 100% completion? Was it A, Iron Man, B, Spider-Man, C, Rocket, or D, Captain America?
Jacob.
Yes, Mr.
I
Rocket.
think it's Spider-Man.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done. We'll give you another one.
I like in Tony Hawk 4, you can unlock a Stormtrooper. Jango Fett.
And also Darth Maul.
In Tony Hawk 4,
In one of the Tony Hawks, you can unlock Darth Maul and Solid Snake as well.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Just go through here. Oh, here we go. Which classic horror game randomized the background noises in order to prevent players from predicting what was next?
Ooh.
Was it A, Resident Evil 3, B, Silent Hill, C, Dead Space, or D, Star Wars Attack of the Clones?
Jacob.
Yes, Jacob.
B.
Silent Hill 2?
Yep.
You are correct. It is
Yeah!
B.
So they random. How do they do that?
So they had a random assortment of horrible sounds like kids laughing or pigs squealing,
And they just play it random.
and it was just at a random
cool.
point in order to stop people from guessing where they are going.
Nice.
So here we go. Here's a good one. Here's a good one that people who listen to the show will be very well aware of, but neither of you do, so it's okay. I can get away with it. Content. What was Kirby's original name? Was it A, Tinkle Poppo, B, Harshmallow, C, Gulpin, or D, Jeff? Kirby's original name. What was it? What was it?
Jacob.
Yes, Jacob?
Gulpin.
No, Gulpin's a Pokemon.
Oh, I thought they named it after the Pokemon.
So, Jazz, you got a free hit. Is it Tinkle Poppo, Harshmallow, or Jeff?
Harshmallow.
No, Harshmallow's
Oh,
the character I created.
The other one?
Rude.
It's Tinkle Poppo.
That's terrible.
That's a great name. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Tinkle Poppo and the Forgotten
Lol.
Land. Yeah, I'd get on board.
Yeah, I
I like Harshmallow. You should get into naming characters, Ben.
Harshmallow is. We
Tinkle
actually.
Poppo.
So
Great.
when I originally did this question for the quiz, we had a Dynamore afterwards, which is something we do for the fans, and we sat there. It was Braden, Anto, Floppy, and I, and Michael Towns from Game Boy Games was in the chat, and we sat there just pitching to him this game, Harshmallow. So Harshmallow was actually the boss that you have to fight at the end.
Oh, okay.
And you played a little dino, a little Triceratops called
Yeah.
Hack. So he was Hack
Oh,
the
yeah, Hack
Dino.
the Dino,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I hit Michael Towns up and said, "Hey, when you got some free time, let's make Harshmallow."
Yeah.
And he said, "What? Who are you? Stop calling me. Where are your pants?" What was the first video game to include jumping? Was it A, Wrecking Crew, B, Donkey Kong, C, Mario Brothers, or D, Link to the Past?
Jacob.
Yes, Jacob.
Donkey Kong.
Yes, correct.
In Wrecking Brothers, you can't jump, can you?
Correct.
You can't jump.
No, you can't jump because you're a white man.
Yeah.
What do you got? We got time. How do you reckon? Two more? I can find two more.
That caught me off guard.
Oh, here we go. Here's a fun one.
All right.
Here's a very fun one, actually. I did this a couple of times ago. We're going to do it again.
Sorry, podcast.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to say a name, and you have to tell me if that name is a Pokemon or is it a drug.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, here we go. Sentret. Sentret.
Pokemon.
Drug.
Jazz is right. It's a Pokemon. It's a little squirrel boy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, here we go.
I don't know it.
Second one. Nincada.
Drug.
Incorrect.
Oh, man.
Here's another one. Crestor.
Drug.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, you can jump in whenever you want, Jazz.
Okay.
You got to play the game. Time to play the game.
I need processing time to think about this.
Okay, well, here you go.
Okay.
Tiger Seal.
Drug.
Incorrect. Wait, no, I take that back. No, I'm wrong. I'm way wrong. That was correct. Well done, Jazz.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Boom. All right, here we go. Where's a couple more? Aesion. Aesion.
Drug.
Correct. It is a drug. See, I actually tricked the old Anto up with that one because it sounds like Flareon and Vaporeon. Well, no,
Sounds like a nice try.
Yeah. Ticklid. Ticklid.
Jazz, you can
Pokemon.
answer this one.
Ticklid. Are you searching?
No.
Are you searching on the internet?
No, I'm putting myself above Brayden.
Oh, okay. But
I'm
Ticklid.
third now.
Oh, yeah, look at that. There you go.
What? Ticklid. Someone pay attention to my Ticklid.
Pokemon.
Incorrect. It's a drug.
It's a drug.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Of course it's a drug. All right. Last one. We ready?
Yes. Fire.
Matang.
Pokemon.
Drug.
Yes, it is a Pokemon. All right, yay, woo, cheering, yay, everyone's having a happy time. Okay, so at the end of that round of You're Ready for Quiz, which is what we're calling it, and not the other name of which it's known by, Floppy.
I can read it.
You've read it?
Yes.
Good, yeah.
I was like, why aren't you saying the real name, Ben?
Because You're Ready for Quiz is much better. Don't you
Okay.
agree, Mr. After Effects?
Yep.
Ben S from Toy Power Podcast is on 1. Trent from Toy Power Podcast is on 2. Braden is on 5. Jazz and Mr. A Game are tied up on 7. 7 apiece.
Yay!
Anto's on 25
Congratulations.
and Floppy is on 26.
Third.
Congratulations, Floppy.
Look at you.
Anyway,
Anto, they're so far ahead.
Yeah.
well, I guess you just have to be on more shows, don't you?
That's true.
Yeah.
Just phone it in.
They're
Phone in for the
winning.
quiz. But if you'd like to support
Is there a
us,
prize at the end?
there is a prize.
Oh, really?
Yes, it is. It's a secret prize full of mysteries.
Okay.
And it certainly will be going to the best one of whoever is there.
Yeah.
That's what you're getting.
Floppy can have it.
It's just going to be some junk I want to get rid out of my garage. We've been Hack the Dino. This has been our gaming cast, where we talk about the news and the games and the previews and the discussions. We don't talk about discussions, we have discussions. But maybe sometimes we talk about discussions. Do we? Don't know. You're going to have to subscribe to find out more. You can do so over on hackthedino.com. I said com. You heard it. I said that correctly. Where you can follow us on all the Instagrams and the socials and the podcast apps. If you can leave a review on the podcast app, that would be a very good. But this isn't all we do. Mr. A-Game, what do you do? This is where you plug your stuff.
Oh. I play video games on YouTube and I stream on Twitch and I just have a good time and put dead memes in my videos and people like them.
Jazz, you might be able to bring up an example of Mr. A-Game's channel for all of our lovely viewers to see.
You can if you want. You don't have to.
And if you're a
Alright.
podcast listener,
Hang on.
just imagine in your head what a YouTube channel by Mr. After Effects looks like. There's just flying toasters everywhere.
Just imagine.
Oh my gosh.
GeoCities. Do
Imagine
you remember GeoCities? That's what it is.
Imagine Shrek
Mr. A-Game.
and Anime
Here we go.
Zoom
Sorry,
green
I'm
screen
slow
dot
with this.
MP4 and
Yep.
B movie.
Do you remember GeoCities at all? Are you too young for GeoCities?
I don't even know what that is.
You don't know what
No,
GeoCities
what's
is?
GeoCity? Hey, it's me. Look at that. Right. That's me.
That's your permadeath
Yeah,
edition.
playing. See, there's Toy Story. Lots of Office memes as well.
I'm so glad you got Flying High in there.
Oh yeah,
That is one of my
I just
favorite
love
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just want to wish you all good luck. We're all counting on you.
Yep.
Oh, perfect.
Fantastic movie.
Yep.
GeoCities.com for all of you who are, young, was you just need to go check it out. It's basically, if you look at the original 1999 Space Jam movie website, which is still up,
Yep.
that's GeoCities.
Oh damn.
Go check it out. That's your
Beautiful.
research. I have other co-hosts who are usually here when they're not careening through space at 1,000,000 miles an hour, trying to find out the answers to life and whether we are truly alone in this big black void that is a marble in the middle of nothing. Floppy has an Instagram over at Floppy Plays Games, which you can visit, and Jaz's going to bring it up on the computer right now in that separate browser that I set up earlier for her.
That she minimized and forgot about. I'm so sorry.
But Floppy plays games, where Floppy puts up all the pieces of his collection that he collects. Funnily enough, that's why it's a collection. That's what they do. So head on over to Instagram.com. And you can see things like his controllers that he buys. He was very proud that he got an original Zelda NES game.
Yeah, good on him.
He got that for $50. That's a pretty good score. He also, the Metroid DS game, the Metroid 2 remake on the DS. How it's like
Samus Returns.
Yeah, Samus Returns.
Yeah. That's crazy now.
Yeah, crazy pricey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Floppy had it at his place near his work, and he got it for like $40.
Of course he did.
Of course he did.
The amiibos as well.
Yeah.
Oh, good luck.
I got them. That was great. Bought them when I bought Dread. And then Anto has also an Instagram page called Final Fantasy. It's Final Fantasy, but with Anto in his name.
That.
Because Anto likes the rubbish trash that is Final Fantasy. Mr. A-Game, what do you hate most about Final Fantasy VII?
I've never played it.
Oh, so a lot then.
Just never had time.
Are you aware of Final Fantasy VII?
Oh, yeah.
It stars that hero Gohan.
Yep.
And he goes Super Saiyan.
Yep.
With his sword.
Yep.
And he kills the evil King Barrett.
Beautiful.
And
sounds great.
then Vegeta comes down.
What's so bad about this? Sounds amazing.
Oh, well, you'd think so, but... oh, whoops, Anto's in the chat. And finally, I do a couple of Instagram pages. The first one is Mr. Benjamin, Instagram.com/Mr. Benjamin, which I use as basically a way to record all my games. That's what I got in that box.
Yeah, nice.
Record all the purchases I make in order to have a record for my insurance company.
Nice.
So if something ever happens to my collection space, I can get it all back. But yeah, I collect all that stuff. But you might not be aware of this, Mr. A-Game. I've got a second Instagram channel. One that I'm very proud of.
Oh.
It's called Bad Game Arts.
Oh, no. Oh.
I find the worst game art on covers from the 1990s and earlier and upload it here.
Oh, yeah, look at that Mario
There is some real bad stuff. If you go right up to the top, Jazz.
That Mario one's not that bad.
Yeah, that's
Well, the way he's stepping on a human turtle.
Yeah.
You're a fan of... Look at the turtle. Click on it. Maximize it.
This one.
Yeah, that one there.
Yeah, it's alright.
Look at the turtle! It's crying, and Mario's like, that's not a Koopa. That's an actual Earth turtle that he's just going around stomping on.
Yeah, but the Mario's alright.
But he's enjoying it. Look at how evil he is.
Yeah.
But if you go right up to the top, click on that top left-hand... this one was sent in by
see, what do we got?
Triple Indie. This is an
yeah?
actual game. So it's a game starring Wish Bowser. Chung Lee's there. Sonic's looking at something. Goku's on the side. There's a Fire Pro wrestler, and I think Hagar is standing next to Bison. So how many copyright infringements can you see?
Nah, it's just like Fortnite.
Who's this guy in the right corner?
That's Bowser. King
Oh.
Koopa.
Okay.
If we have a look at some of the other ones, they just as an art person, just have a quick scan there and point out the worst game art that you can see. Just having a scan. There's a couple. There's a raunchy
one's funny.
Street Fighter. He's surfing on a console.
Right.
I just feel like it's saturated, so it's hot. Nothing kind of stands out.
Nothing standing out. Well, if you click on that one in the middle, that Robin Hood
That
one.
one's pretty bad.
Yeah, Kickmaster.
Oh, yeah.
Because legs bend that way.
That's like that leg right
Oh, yeah,
there.
that ain't right.
And
That's
then,
like the knees about there.
yep.
Looks like, yeah, no.
Are you telling me that's wrong?
Yeah.
If you get out of that one, Jazz, and just click on that Robin Hood one. Just right in the middle there.
Oh, I can't see that.
So, Robin
yeah.
Hood, the man with a 20-pack. Look at those abs.
For Robin Hood.
Look at all those tumours. There is abs.
Aww.
Who's that? Is that Maid Marian?
It's made of something. It's certainly not human.
At least they finish these pictures, you know.
Well, do they though?
So-
Do they really finish them?
Finish, not perfect.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm like, this shoulder's kind of merging
Yeah,
in with his
what's-
chest right now, and
It's
yeah.
a shoulder/pec. Like that's how humans look.
Really, like, dislocated.
They're called gains. Maybe you've heard of them.
yeah, okay.
Anyway, that's at Bad Game Arts with an S on the end because Bad Game Art was taken. But we have been Hack the Dino. Thank you very much for joining us here. Oh, that one with the alien ripoff? That is
one?
called, yeah, that's called
I don't know. I feel bad.
Xenophobe.
I feel bad like critiquing other people's art though, because
How about calling
know.
a game Xenophobe?
Yeah.
Know what a xenophobe is?
Probably not the best.
Someone who's afraid of all things
Not
foreign.
ideal. So it's a bit politically incorrect, isn't it?
It's awful, but it was the 90s, and that's
What
basically
is
the
it
90s.
meant to be? Like xenomorphs? Is that what they are?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they've obviously looked in a dictionary and gone, oh yeah, that sounds like xenomorph. It's like,
God.
guys,
Okay.
read the description. Oh, just very quickly, click on that Explorer one. There you go, he's jacking off. That guy is jacking off to that lady.
Just move
But
the
this-
hand
the
a little
art
bit
itself-
to the left. It's not that
It's not
hard.
actually that bad.
The art isn't that bad. Are you kidding me? Looks like a kid with a crayon drew it.
It's kind of like, I think it's just the composition. Like, they don't have a foreground, a middle ground, or a background. It's every ground.
I like the way they were going. I wonder what vomit would look like if we just played with it with our fingertips.
I don't know. They didn't use reference. Let's put it that way. So they just that was
believed.
from their imagination. It looks like so. It's
Look at the
kinda not
perspective on
bad.
that really realistic looking castle. That looks like a couple of toilet rolls strapped to a shoebox.
Aw. I don't think it's that terrible.
Anyway, Bad Game Arts. Be sure to follow me over there because I need approval. But we've been Hack the Dino. This has been our gaming cast. We talk about look at all those muscles in Ryu's arm. That's a statue as well. Someone's actually thought that was a good idea. Past, present, and future of video games, news, previews, and other stuff. We have a good time. Thanks for joining us, Mr. A-Game. Thank you very much for joining us
Thanks
here.
for having me. It was fun. Had a good time.
We appreciate it. We will get you back sooner before the end of the year. Maybe when the Nintendo Direct comes out.
Oh, man. But that'll be next week.
Yeah, well, I guess.
I'm busy next week.
Oh, I hear that a lot.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, no, sorry, I'm busy for 6 months. But yeah, we'll get Jazz on again soon so she can defend her third place.
Yeah.
Maybe
Alright.
claim it back.
This is like, I kind of feel like it's one of those things like you're on a game show that you didn't apply for. Like it's like a dream where you've just appeared and you really don't know what's
You've gotta
going on.
compete.
It is like a dream because I'm here.
Yeah.
It's a good place to end
It
the show.
is.
Yep.
It's my dream.
End the show.
He makes my dreams
Cut
come
the show
true.
now. We're done.
Oh,
Do it.
all right.
Credits.
That's the...